The worst advice I've got as a fiction writer, the worst, is that films won't teach you anything. It is nonsense, and I'll show you why. So I've just watched DiCaprio's recent film, One Battle After Another. Loved it. But let me share with you 3 writerly things that I learned from it so you can see why films help you write fiction. So firstly is prologues. Like, everyone wants to write a prologue, but there's always uncertainty about should you use one, shouldn't you use one, how you use one. Prologues essentially are just for context. They give audiences some piece of understanding that can't truly be brought across during the story. In One Battle After the Other, and it's a bit of a spoiler alert, the prologue is 16 years in the past. Remember, prologue is past, and it shows how and why the world is the way it is. The world for this story is what I mean. Giving us context for what's to come later. It shows us the violence of the government, the violent idealism of the French 75. That's DiCaprio's group. It's all context. But it's shown to us, it's not an information dump. It's like an interesting introduction into the world of the story. If you want to do prologues, these are the sort of lessons that this film shares. See, films can teach you things. Secondly is the protag's journey. I come across so many stories where the protagonists aren't impacted by the events. And because of that, they don't change. They don't go on a journey. They don't learn anything. And if we take DiCaprio's character of Bob, he changes through the story. First meet him, he's a revolutionary drunk on the idea of change. Then after the prologue, 16 years later, we find him deeply paranoid and living a sort of non-life, battling with his daughter and his past. Then the events of the story teach him to trust again and live life and move forward. Goes on a journey, and it's a journey that's propelled by the events. That synergy between the journey and the events is something that writers can learn. And my last point is exaggeration, which might sound a bit odd, but it's understanding that this is a story. It's not a documentary. Things are condensed and exaggerated and heightened, and the film leans into that. Writers can sometimes want this authenticity and fall into the trap of creating real life. Stories aren't real life. They are exaggerated. Understanding that can be freeing to writers. Doesn't mean that you'll lose honesty in your writing. George Saunders, the writer, says that honesty is found in kind of how a story responds to itself. That's where readers and audiences will find trust in what they're seeing. So there's just 3 things that I found in the film, and I hope you can see why films are such good vessels or avenues for writers to learn from. Tell me in the comments some poor writing advice that you've heard, because I'd love to see some of it. Until next time.